Well, you've seen them, so I think we should just start into them then.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it now.
There's no point. I was gonna try. Obviously, you've seen the first one, so So what we're gonna do now is me and Phil decided we needed to change and do topics that we're gonna actually do a bit of work on. I don't.
Work.
How hard was it for you to get your list?
It wasn't really that hard because when I was looking into it, I was like, oh,
No.
what do you have with this?
No, it's not how hard was it. The question is like, you got. I'd say I got about 15. How hard was it to categorise them 10 to 1?
Oh, that was difficult.
That was difficult.
That was like, it doesn't deserve this spot, but I had to
I can put money down right now. You will not get my number 2. You will not get my number 2.
The Roxbury.
No. That's not even in the top 10. And no. I never liked the film. I love the Jim Carrey SNL clip.
No, the whole movie is good.
The whole movie is.
He just gets bleeding tortured by her one trying to fucking marry him.
Yeah, right. I'll jump in with my top 10, and then with you you sent me a list.
Right, do it.
So there's my first one. Demolition Man.
It's not my choice, but it's a good fucking movie.
It is. Come on, like Wesley Snipes with the white hair, and then like I was gonna give hints every time. I can't actually remember what I done 1 to 10 to 9 now, or whatever it was the list. So I can't give the hints. But 3 seashells. Have you ever seen the fan theory how they actually use the 3 seashells in Demolition?
What's a seashell?
The shells.
The seashells.
The seashells.
She sells seashells.
I'm not doing this because I will get views because I can't pronounce certain words, and I've got a fucking waffler. But
right, go on, tell me. I think it's the clamp one where you close it in between the
and then
shells.
it's
You pick it out.
two shells. Use the clamper out, and the third one is a scooper.
Where the fuck did the seashells come from? Like, oh.
But what makes it worse? Like, who's a bigger weirdo? The person that put the 3 shells in, or the fans that got that theory? I could be right.
The question is, how many tried it?
It was a good film. It's one of them films I think as a kid you're always watching. You see it nowadays, you haven't seen it about 5 years, and it's on maybe over a holiday period, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sit and watch this.
It's like the original Judge Dredd.
Yeah. Right, number 9.
The Water Boy.
Mama
My
said.
mama said.
Like,
My mama said alligators are angry because they can't brush their teeth.
most of my list is comedies because I love comedies. I'm not big on action. Alright, Demolition Man's 10 because it's a classic. But
I went on comedies. I just went for comedy movies.
yeah, I don't think I looked over like the 90s film. There wasn't many classic.
Demolition Man is sort of a comedy because of the shit. Like, that's back when Arnold Schwarzenegger was in this fucking, I'm just going to use phrases for the crack of it.
It was too bad it was a Sylvester Stallone movie.
Oh yeah, he was the same. Jesus.
You're just taking the 2 pumped up juice heads that were actors.
But they were all the same back then. Like, fucking, you have Arnold Schwarzenegger in that one where fucking he's the retired FBI agent or something. He has to save his daughter, and after he just fucking grabs a fucking pipe and sticks it through your man.
Listen, we're in doing top 10s of the 90s. I'm not getting into his movies because some of his movies are bad, very bad.
Oh, but he stabs that man with a pipe and there's fucking steam pumping
you sent
out of it.
Yeah, you sent me that one. The Water Boy. I think it's one of Adam's. I think it's Adam Sandler's probably top 3 best films.
This was Adam Sandler's fucking.
The 90s. The 90s were his heyday. His films these days haven't been good. Like a lot of people, I haven't watched it. I love Uncut Gems, and these other ones like. We know
he has a new one on Netflix, doesn't he?
Yeah, the Uncut Gems.
Is that the one where the millionaire gets killed?
No. That's I can't think of the name. That was. They made that sound like Netflix made it sound like it's one of them hard to guess who did a murder. No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, it was definitely that guy.
But the Water Boy is classic. Like I think when we obviously are gonna do a top 10, 2000, 2010. He's gonna have films in there as well. We all know Zohan is probably gonna be in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Like we already said we're gonna do trailers of movies that are very offensive, and to a lot of people, Zohan was offensive.
Oh, I was watching a blatant clip of the skiff for the border when he went to a pizza march.
Oh God.
That was fucking.
That match is just.
I love animals. Then why do you kill them? Because it is funny. It's like, oh fuck.
Right, let's keep on the topic at number 8. The Mask.
The Mask is in mine as well.
Smoking. Like again, I think 3 good things about this film. This was one of the big first films that got Jim Carrey going. It was one. Of his, I think this was in '94, and he had 2 big. He had Ace Ventura and this come out. So this was his breakout year. But the second thing, Cameron Diaz's first movie. Yeah.
Don't complain with that.
No, I think it was just pure humour and what's the right word? I think he improv a lot of his stuff.
Did, yeah. He didn't fucking go off a script.
No, I think.
And that was a mad hippie.
That's an
He
issue.
does controversial art about Trump and all. Like, you have to draw Trump as a baby.
I think a lot of people do controversial art for Trump. I think because he's a famous a famous actor from Canada.
But all these fucking like 9gag and all, you go on the 9gag and all these people have Trump going around in the nip, and it's like, if you don't like the fella, why are you drawing him in the nip?
I'm gonna love when people listen to this. Like we're doing the top 10 90s movies and we keep jumping into modern day. But the Mask.
Yeah, but drawing Trump into nip, like, this has to be addressed. Why?
The Mask is one of his best films of all time.
Like,
I think this showed him at one of his starting peaks as an actor and a comedian.
Well, he went downhill after most of them. Anyway.
Yeah. Number 7. What did I do? Oh yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire.
I have that as well.
Oh hello, hello there. Robin Williams again, comedy genius. You can't beat it.
No, you can't.
Like there was nothing bad about this film, and a lot of people love it. Not only the comedy in it, the whole what's the sensitivity of family in it. Like there were scenes come out 2 years ago that were now put in where he had a real close moment with the daughter in the film that even though he's never there at home anymore, he's always gone just touching things he had as an actor.
Well, it's the whole thing of fucking women got to see the fucking kids more.
Yeah, I think that. But he made it. He made such a heartfelt topic in the world into such a funny.
The chap always done it, like the one with the red nose in it. What's it called? He's the doctor. Patch Adams.
He
yeah.
turned everything.
And like that was a good movie, and then when you get to the end and you find out what happens, you're like, oh,
I'm not gonna go too far into him because he's in my honourable mentions up the list. So we'll leave how good he is for a further time. So we went to number 6. Swing.
That's not one of mine.
What? Wayne's World.
Wayne's World is just one of them movies that you turn on when you're bored. Like,
hold on. If it wasn't for Wayne's World, there wouldn't have been. You already said it. Night of the Roxbury's in your list. If it wasn't for Wayne's World, SNL wouldn't have made movies after this. This was probably SNL's first adaptations put into a movie. One of their skits.
Yeah, but it's funny at times.
But hold on, two things this done. This helped people succeed in SNL and put their scripted little snippets into movies like Night of the Roxbury and so on, as well as this film made Queen more popular because he literally told the crew and the director I'm losing your man's name. Mike Myers said he would have quit the film if they didn't let him to sing Bohemian Rhapsody at the start. He was about to quit.
He was going to quit on a lot of stuff when it came to that movie.
But he said cause of this, and Queen thinks this movie pushed Bohemian Rhapsody so further up the chart that he was actually in the Bohemian Rhapsody biopic last year.
Well, yeah, Mike Myers is a good actor, but
yeah,
Wayne's World's a bit overrated for me.
I put this in because the fact of the matter is, I looked up it. The fact of the matter is, he's Austin Powers. The only one of them out of 3 are in the 90s, and that was the fourth one. The fourth one wasn't good.
Shagney.
Yeah, the fourth one wasn't good enough, so I didn't put it in.
Second one.
The second one, I think the second one was in the 2000s.
Yeah, that would have been early 2000s.
I would have put that in because that brought in Mini Me, Fat Bastard. I would have put that in, but Mike Myers is here's a spot in Wayne's World. I could sit down and watch that in number 2 all day.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, you try to find someone that hasn't watched Wayne's World. That's like trying to find someone that hasn't watched Jumanji.
Did I send you that snippet? I'm not repeating it now because of culture things going on.
Oh yeah, you sent it to me. Yeah.
But I sent that to one of my mates and he came back saying, yeah, that shows. Like, you think about it, for everything going on in this world, most people after this pandemic are going to come out looking like Robin Williams in Jumanji, the big thick beard. This is the gift, and I'll try to put it in the podcast. This is what I sent to me, mate. And I said, this is what's going to be like in the world. This is why I think that...
And for context, rather than people trying to go crazy, it basically just says people who's playing Jumanji in 2020 need to stop.
Yeah, but there was a very racial term I'm not repeating.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, I didn't say it.
They're
It was
listening.
passed on. So yeah, I goes, it's true. Everyone's going to leave that gaffs after the pandemic looking like Robin Williams, and this is what I mean.
Yeah.
It is. Rob Williams with the big thick
What
beard.
year is it?
Like, it's true. That whole tweet is true. That like with everything that happened this year, it's like someone's that playing Jumanji.
Yeah.
And like literally, most people are gonna need a gaff after the pandemic in Ireland and every other country in the world, looking like Robin Williams, big long hair, thick beard, walking up the nearest period. What year is it?
What year is it?
Right, let's go to number 5. Dumb and Dumber.
That's another overrated movie.
What? No! I can't have that. No.
That is overrated.
See, this is why I love doing this because now we're agreeing to disagree, and this is what people want because.
What's the only right? There's 2 funny parts. The blind John Flippant and the parrot. I'll give it that. Pretty bird. There's a pretty bird.
I didn't know he was dead already.
And then you have pills are good. Pills are good. Well, they're shoving rat poison down his neck.
No, I just think I think to me, most of my list is cult classics. On which you will be. That one down film, a same amount of people.
Dumb and Dumber's not a cult classic. That's like saying Wayne's World is. Like, everyone's watched it.
Yeah, but do you know the term a cult classic?
Yeah, it has a following that turns into a religion, basically.
Well, it has a good deep following, and I'd say a lot of people, like I'll tell you now, if you watch number 2 of Dumb and Dumber.
I reckon there's a lot of people that have a stutter out there that worships the water Bible.
Well, we'll go back to 9 in another minute. But you have you watched Dumb and Dumber 2?
No, I haven't.
Do not.
I already know, because any movie that's made before 2015 is going to be absolutely muck because there's no storytelling anymore.
No, it's poor. I thought Dumb and Dumber, I thought it was Jim Carrey and I can't think of the other guy's name. Because he hasn't had many films. He's had a big TV role in...
He's done a fucking a remake of like a Dark Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Really?
Yeah.
I know he's in that TV show about, I think he's a news broadcaster, and like this video was always going around there. He remember the people said what makes America great, and he literally slates America to the ground in this TV show. But Dumb and Dumber, I thought is a good classic. Like he literally pulls up to a bus stop in a limousine, crawls to the back seat, starts talking to this bird. Where are you from? Austria. Oh well. G'day mate. Put some shrimp on a barbie.
Austria.
Like you look at the 2 suits he track up in, the blue and orange one. Me and Paulie Thompson.
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels. No wait, is it Jeff Daniels?
No, he plays Hardy Dunn.
Turn around. Let me see. Jeff Daniels. Oh, I'm thinking of the other. Yeah, Jeff Daniels. Them 2 have done a great classic. So, give me a second. And then I'll put the laptop charger in.
God damn it, I'm not professional.
While I'm getting the charger, what TV show was he in?
He's in a lot.
It's one of our news show.
Oh, the newsroom?
That's it. I think it's it. Damn, you got 2 years on TV. I thought.
Oh shit, he was in The Martian.
Yeah. See, he wasn't. I think he's in almost a C-list, but because he was in such a classic with Jim Carrey.
All I need to do was one movie with Jim Carrey before he made that money.
Yeah, depending. To be fair, have you ever seen... Jim Carrey hasn't done many films, and like again, that's why he's gonna be mostly in the top 10. But after the 90's, he didn't do many good movies.
No, you're not allowed to be a comedian anymore. You're not allowed to be funny.
One film he's done in the last 10 years where he rejuvenates his old 90's flame. Did you ever see the Magician film with him, Steve Carell, and The Incredible Burt Wonderstone?
I haven't seen it in ages though.
He replays his characters from his 90's films to a T. I actually thought he done well in the Sonic movie.
Sonic movie was brilliant and I loved them. I wasn't expecting that. But I wasn't expecting to expect. I was expecting to not expect something, so it doesn't count.
Do you ever hear the story that Adam Sandler actually rang him in the movies to tell him how good he was in the film? That is actually quality as well as ignorant at the same time.
Yeah, I'm watching it on the big screen. Turn the phone off. Shut up.
Right. Number 4. Happy Gilmore.
I didn't add that, but yeah.
That's his greatest movie.
It is. Did I add that? No, I didn't. I thought I'd add just one movie out of everyone, and I added the.
But see, this is the problem. Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey dominated comedies in the 90's.
Oh no, I didn't add one. I have another one of his.
Probably Billy Madison.
No, they're gonna think it's better than fucking Happy Gilmore. Anyway,
Happy Gilmore probably started his career. Like, it is funny. Like, I'm trying to think now. Like, not many people remember Ben Stiller was in this.
He was.
Remember Ben Stiller was the. Remember he left his grandmother at the daycare home.
Oh yeah.
He goes, sorry young man.
My hands are sore. Oh, your hands sore. It looks like someone's gonna be doing knitting for 3 more hours.
I couldn't I couldn't trouble you for a glass of water. How about a glass to shut the hell up? This is my house now, Grandma.
You're in my house.
That's what, and then the big giant fella, like,
Oh, that's Mr. Gilmore's jacket.
the whole lot of that film is funny. I don't care. I think it is.
Stubbs, is it? Is that now?
Chubbs.
Chubbs,
It's
yeah.
all in the hips.
The
Right,
alligator
no,
that took your hand.
I'm actually trying to remember what we watched 3 is because I know 1 and 2. I'm just gonna click it. Oh, Friday.
Friday's a cult classic, but I wouldn't let it in.
Friday. Come on.
If I was gonna
Damn.
pick between Friday or another movie, I would pick Don't Be a Menace in Society while I drink and juice in the hood.
Yeah, I think I could almost do a list of top 10 parody movies. But to be fair, I will agree. Don't Be a Menace. I will give that an honorable mention because I actually didn't even remember that because that started. If it wasn't for that film, we wouldn't have seen the scary movies.
Well, Ice-T was in that, wasn't he, as well?
What?
Don't Be a Menace.
Probably in the original one. Because they're actually
The
in
one with your man from Scary Movies.
No, I don't think he was in it.
What's
No.
his face? The
Wayans brothers were in it.
Wayans brothers, yeah.
Yeah, because they're the fellas that's done Scary Movie 1 and 2. And that's why Scary Movie 1 and 2 was actually good. And then they stopped directing after 2. And you can realise why 3, 4 and 5 are shit. Because it wasn't.
Yeah, but then he came back to do that paranormal fucking comedy.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think that was the best, but I thought it was funny.
Mate, the Wayans brothers had good classic films like White Chicks, even though I triggered a few people with White Chicks yesterday in their group chat. Friday, yeah, I thought Friday was good. Chris Tucker was actually real funny in it, and it always annoyed me he never went back and done the second or third one. They let Mike Epps do it, and Mike Epps is good in a certain sense.
Second, he brought the pimp into I thought it was shit.
Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Cat Williams.
He was good.
Hold on. If you... the third one is more of a Christmas / Friday film. But it's hilarious. You have Terry Crews, a juiced up fucking homophobe, couldn't come out that he's gay in that early. And he tries to rape Cat Williams. The Cat Williams grabs his nuts with a wrench. I thought, oh, that's funny. But Friday is even funnier. Right. Now, I said you wouldn't get me second one. Now, my second one is a comedy, but it's also not a comedy. There's also another genre in the film. Now, I'll be fair. I'll give you a few seconds to think. And I'll be fair. One of these actors of me films already is the main lead in it.
I'm going to say it's Jim Carrey. And it's that one where your man's constantly on television.
No. The Truman Show, you're thinking
Truman Show. I
No.
love that movie.
The Wedding Singer.
That's on my list.
Yeah, I have to high five that one. Crawler on that. I love him. That You know what? It's not just because it's a romantic comedy. Them two have done 3 films together, and not one of them is bad.
No, something about Mary, you know.
No, 54 States.
54
Hey,
States,
come on, that's just a classic in the sound. There's nothing wrong with that film. And then I don't know if you've ever watched it. Blended. They only came out about in the last 5-10 years.
Nope.
Blended. Them two are in again, and it's actually so funny. You got Terry Crews is in it as well, and it's just hilarious.
He does an awful lot amount with Terry Crews, doesn't he?
But you have to watch every film Adam Sandler does. He's acted in a film at least twice with people.
But what about Crazy Eyes?
Crazy Eyes is in everything. What's his name again?
That's not Steve Buscemi. No, it's not.
It is Steve Buscemi.
Is it Steve
It's
Buscemi?
Steve Buscemi.
I'm gonna look this
Him,
up.
Rob Schneider, Kevin
It
James.
is Steve Buscemi, yeah.
Them 3, Kevin James, Rob Buscemi, Buscemi,
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi, and the other one's gone out of my head. But them 3 are always in these films. Oh, Rob Schneider,
Yeah, Rob Schneider.
as well as the cross-eyed dumb guy that's talks like
Hey,
this.
Wonderman.
Yeah,
Get
him,
it on it is.
fucking what's your man's name?
Fuck's I'm killing me.
Remember the slow motion of Waterboy and the assistants pulling the piercers up.
Oh, pulling his nipples.
Yeah, he's in a few of his films. I mean, everyone's been in these films twice.
This is true.
Everyone, like, you look at Mr. Date, your man, the butler, he's in it again. He's the villain in Zohan.
Go ahead, give it a whack. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, he's the villain in Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't he?
Right, so obviously, you know me number one, but not all of it. Number two, Ace Ventura 2 When Nature Calls. That's better than number one.
Number one is When Nature Calls.
No, number one is when he finds a dolphin.
No, number one is Nature Calls, and then.
No. Look at it. Number one is when he goes find the dolphin. It's just called Ace Ventura Pet Detective. And number two is Ace Ventura 2 When Nature Calls.
Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit me back, guys. You can look it up.
No, you can have the benefit of the doubt.
That's actually rotten.
What, the bar?
Yeah.
You need the caramel one.
You didn't have caramel.
Well, then you're
Yeah.
a peasant.
Name one thing wrong with that film.
There's nothing.
Like, that is the hiatus of cult classics in the 90s.
Yeah, well, it was fucking Jim Carrey's fucking best.
Like, number one is quality.
Yeah, I'd give that a one spot.
Number one pushed him. I think number one was so good because The Mask came out, so 94 was his year.
Yeah, people already knew what he was capable of.
But in nowadays society of movies, when you make a second film or something that's been so good, it can bombshell. There's not many times you can say a sequel
They
is
just
better.
need to make a movie.
A sequel is never as good as the first film when the first film does so well. Like, look at The Hangover. They overdone that.
Yeah, well, you had a bag of Fanta in it.
What?
You had a bag of Fanta. This is the second one, you had a bag of Fanta.
You're gonna have to explain that to me.
You had a bag of Fanta.
No.
A Ziploc bag with a straw in it, and a Fanta in the Ziploc bag.
It's been a while since I've seen that film, so maybe that's why I can't remember that reference. I don't know who's texting me, but he can leave me alone for a while.
No, we can't.
Yeah, whatever it was.
We need you.
But yeah. What is the most referred to catchphrase in that whole film? Or
You tell me.
Shikaka, shish kebab, San Jose, Chicago. Like, there wasn't a bad scene in that film. Like, he walks into this African tribe, and a fella is supposed to sit in a bean for 7 days, balance, and he starts shaking the thing.
Sitting around behind the spitball that.
Yeah, he's like, he's good. With my help, he can be the best. Like, I thought number one was Ace Ventura When Nature Calls is my number one. I obviously should have done my notable mentions first. I think, two of them has to be. I think a few of them would be because we were kids in the 90s. Toy Story.
Oh, I don't do that now.
Yeah, but it was a good film in the 90s.
First one, yeah.
What was the other film I said? There was another film. Don't Be a Menace gets it. Beverly Hills Cop 3. And why it's only getting a notable mention is because the first two were done in the 80s.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well.
Yeah, but number 3 was decent.
Is that where he goes to the man in the gun show and he has like this crazy gun sitting there?
That's number 1.
Underwear,
Oh no, that is number 3, sorry, yeah. Yeah, that is number 3. And then your man, he's like, we'll turn out that goddamn sun! He's gonna shout blunt. He's like, why did he come up with a gun, like a bazooka with a radio on it?
Yeah, it has everything. It looks like a microwave and everything.
He's there trying to fucking, and he's just killing people, he doesn't even know. Like,
oh, fuck's sake.
I think what annoys me is, there's not a single Eddie Murphy movie there. And I love him. But his 90s were bad, his 80s was his quality year.
But you see, he sort of fell off the list, he did.
You see, his 80s you have all the Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
Trading Places, and Coming to America.
Hello. Fuck you. Fuck you too. Fuck you too, America.
Coming to America is classic. And the other notable mention has to be, and the only reason it's getting a notable mention because it's a kids movie, is because Robin Williams, Aladdin. He was so good at playing the genie and all his imitations. You know what I mean? When they re-brought Aladdin out a few years ago, it annoyed me that
Will Smith is not Aladdin. Is not the genie.
No, but listen, he done a decent job. He done his, because no one. It's the same way. It's the same way Heath Ledger Joker. You're never gonna make the same.
I don't know. Your man from Suicide Squad. What's his face?
Oh God.
He was close.
He was closer when he was in Dallas. Like, what's the Dallas Boyers Club as a leading female? He was close at the end than he was in the Suicide Squad.
I don't know. Fucking Joaquin Phoenix is pretty good.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix, or
Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix, whatever you pronounce his name.
Jacqueline Phoenix.
His Joker adaptation was good because the fact of the matter is,
It was more of an origin story. I thought, like, yeah, alright, I could see him in the next 10, 20 years down the line being like fucking Heath Ledger's Joker.
but I think they made that film more as an independent film while using the Joker story, because the fact of the matter is, if you look at that storyline, right, and you put it into today's society, that would make...
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to
Yeah.
me as now. But when I was watching it, I thought I had this movie all pegged. I was sitting there like, everyone looks confused. I'm the only smart guy in the picture house here.
The whole
And then when I
film
got to
confused
it, I was like, wait, hold on, what?
me.
You
I-
mean they... And this didn't...
Did he didn't even get Best Actor for it, did he?
He won something for it.
He won a few awards, but I don't think he got Best Actor at the... Was it the Oscars is the big one?
Yeah.
But I think... I don't know, I can't even remember. Maybe he did.
I don't think he did.
I'll tell you now, I'll look up. Did he even do the Oscars this year with the pandemic?
No.
20.
No one watches it.
No, they don't. I think it's a whole...
Oh, they
Like-
did. Isn't that when our fucking Thingamabob came out?
Who?
That comedian, what's his face? Come
Oh.
up and get your little reward and don't tell me how the world's supposed to fucking work.
Oh, you know what? You're going to wreck me head, I know. Oh. People are listening to us now and we're trying to remember these people. They're going to think we're idiots.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, yeah.
Ricky, punch him in the face, because Jesus. I don't like his comedy. I don't like his style. of
I
comedy.
do, because he tells you how it is. A lot of these fucking celebrities.
No, listen. As way he done the stud up performances in the Oscars and all that was funny, giving them abuse to that face. But his actual style of comedy on TV shows is shit.
Yeah, he's more of I'm going to abuse you until...
No, sorry. Before I cut you off, Joaquin Phoenix did get Best Actor for the Joker in the Oscars.
He's the only fucking option for it.
But here's a side question before we go back to Ricky punch him in the face. Do you think Heath Ledger would have got that award for... He got Best Supporting Actor if he didn't do it? Because I think he was the first person to win an Oscar
So,
as an actor.
so what do you mean? They sort of looked at it and went, oh, well, he's had that kick in the bucket. Supporting actor, I suppose he...
Would you think that Dead pushed it?
I think I memorialised it.
Yeah. Listen, Heath Ledger's Joker is my number one movie character of all time. So if we ever do one of them top 10 lists, people already know what I'm going to put in. So I might just take him out for the crack.
Well, he's up there with Jack Nicholson.
They all done their own. Like, Nicholson played more of a gangster.
He's more a psychotic gangster than anything else.
Who? Nicholson was... Yeah, but his character was the Joker, the gangster. As well as a bit psychotic. Where they said... Oh, what you call it? Heath Ledger's Joker was simply an anarchist. And that makes perfect sense.
I just do things.
You just literally... Like Michael Caine said as Alfred. Some people just like to watch the world burn.
Michael Caine, if there's anyone that is Alfred, it's Michael Caine.
Them Batman films... That's another trilogy that had such a bad first film.
What do we do when we fall, Mr. Bruce?
Like, you look at the three bad guys, or the four bad guys in all them three films. They were all top actors. You had
Well, your man who played Bane, what's his face?
Tom Hardy.
At that stage, he was only really coming into
He
his
was only
own as an
coming
actor.
into, and like you watch him. He doesn't look like Tom Hardy. Like everyone after Heath Ledger, he knew what he was going in for. That he was the next big bad in this trilogy. And like you're sitting there yourself, you're Tom Hardy, and Tom Hardy's a great actor. How do you top that role as a villain? When you watch him, first thing he done with the top squad, he put on 2 stone of muscle for that role.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a big fucker in that film.
Apparently his coat took ages to make.
I would love that.
And it was
coat.
a massive budget for that coat.
I would love that coat.
Yeah, I think there was like 5 million spent on it.
He, like, you know more about comics than me. There wasn't a Bane like that in the comics. Or did he adaptation it? Did he make his own Bane?
Bane is sort of a weird character because he gets remade every single fucking time.
Who doesn't in the comics?
Oh, well, everyone's just a fucking cook now.
Yeah. But, I don't even know where we were.